if it's your passion and whatever, but I'm like, isn't there a time to do it later once your kids are like more grown and you could like,
I've already done it. I have 4 more months and then I'm done. Why would I stop now?
Courtney, I'd rather be in law school than sitting home all day. Do you get it?
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's kids, North and Saint, allegedly can't read past the 2nd grade level.
I don't believe in homework.
Talk that shit. That's why I knew it. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I knew it. Like, what is homework? What's homework?
I am not Northwest's girlfriend. I am the manicurist that Kim Kardashian pays $100,000 a month to serve Northwest.
Kim's entire universe is beginning to appear shaky. The crazy thing is that it's not even the internet is pulling her in this direction.
Time.
She is being exposed by her own children. North is essentially uncontrollable, and she is discussing her desire to live with Kanye. Chicago, meantime, constantly looks checked out and a little depressed at all times. Kim places a camera in her face, as if she's being compelled to participate in this reality program family plot that she never requested.
My daddy gave this book to his best friend to give him some motivation from Jesus.
Chicago's obviously so little, and she doesn't really understand what this means.
Satan saw the boys so infrequently that you would believe they were background performers. Chris and Rob followed the same approach, in which the girls receive all the attention in order to promote their brands. The sons are disregarded in the meantime. Kim continues to assert that she is, at her core, a boy mom.
I love my girls, but a girl's like steals your clothes, has an attitude, you know, there's nothing like being a boy mom. Like, seriously, it's the best.
And all of this is taking place at a time when Kim is becoming less relevant. The Kardashians are no longer as popular as they once were. Her children aren't even participating with the picture she's attempting to uphold because of the shift in online energy.
Kardashian's latest post is a perfect example of how we're witnessing the death of celebrity culture. And it's so fascinating how very few people truly understand the phase of social media that we're now in, because I've seen large brands and companies.
Okay, everyone. Kim Kardashian is doing all in her power to remain relevant. Sources claim that she has no control over her children and that they are totally estranged from her. After 6 years of preparation, Kim recently failed her bar exam, in case you missed it. She also posted a video of herself sobbing after receiving the test results. However, she stated that she hasn't given up on her goal of becoming a lawyer. This dream means too much to me to walk away from, so I'm going to keep studying, keep learning, and keep showing up for myself until I get there, she captioned the photo. However, as you can see from the video's comments, nobody seems sympathetic to Kim. They're actually hauling her for setting up a camera to capture her sobbing. They also claim that she should be given a reality check for believing that she could purchase her way into a legal profession. Another enthusiast commented, perhaps, instead of concentrating on her social life, she ought to have attended law school to further her education. She didn't work as hard as most law students, so it's difficult to feel sorry for her. Her handwritten notes are unimpressive. She would have had enormous piles of papers if she had truly studied law. In the meantime, Kim's family is likewise not very sympathetic, and Kourtney simply confronted Kim about her nonsense. Kim might be better off attending law school when her children are a little older, Kourtney noted. Kim, however, lost her temper and remarked that Kourtney simply doesn't know what it's like to be enthusiastic about something.
Actually, I'm just more curious. I'm not like shaming or anything, but I'm like, I wonder why she feels the need to go to law school and like do this. It's fine if it's your passion and whatever, but I'm like, isn't there a time to do it later once your kids are like more grown and you could like,
I've already done it. I have 4 more months and then I'm done. Why would I stop now?
Courtney, I'd rather be in law school than sitting home all day. Do you get it?
I'm also in a different world. So I would say I've really been managing my time so that I'm away from my kids as little as possible.
Kourtney was now criticized by some followers for her remarks, accusing her of being envious and unfairly disparaging Kim. Others, however, contend that Kourtney has a point because she is considering the wider picture. You see, the Kardashians are essentially the epitome of patriarchy and capitalism. Perfect hair, flawless bodies, make everything flawless. Always working hard, never giving up, and constantly striving to be better. Kim is working on TV series, creating schemes, and preparing for the bar test. She just can't stop. Kourtney's main argument is that rather than chasing the limelight, you should spend time with your children while they are still little. Why stress yourself up when Kim is already a billionaire? And for what purpose? More cash. Kim seems to be selecting this upheaval in order to maintain her relevance. Later on, she may have taken the bar exam. She had the option to slow down and concentrate on her family. Rather, she is pushing herself to the limit. Kourtney has also experienced what Kris did, witnessing her mother's hectic schedule and apparent neglect of them. And I believe the tension lies there. The oldest, Kourtney, has witnessed it all. She witnesses Kim's children experiencing it. Kim is out there after fame and money that she doesn't require. Kim will die before admitting, declared one supporter. She says, "I'm addicted to work," to divert attention from the fact that she would much prefer work nonstop than raise the children of a failure and a deadbeat. Union. Kim wasn't meant to be a mother. She mooched from birth. She never resolved her divorce. That Pandora's box is something she would prefer not to open. She is the type of person that finds it difficult to control her emotions. Because she can't sit by herself in silence, she deliberately keeps herself overbooked with work. Another thing that always seemed strange to me was that, even though Kim was aware of Kanye's issues after they had North, she continued to have children and now often complained about being too busy and exhausted, acting as though she were a poor single mother who had to work 3 jobs to make ends meet.
Mom of a teenager or a preteen, unless you've been here, please, we just need a little bit of grace. Like, it's really hard. All the kids are like wearing the same things, but then my daughter tries to wear it, and then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. Unfortunately, we made that mistake in front of the whole world. As a mom, you're kind of like learning at the same time, but what I do know is my baby's such a good girl. She does listen to me, but in other areas, I'm like, babe, if you want blue hair, like, it is what it is, you know, it makes her so happy. I would never take that creative away from her. Yeah, I just think anyone that's raising kids, especially 4 kids by myself, I'm doing the best that I can. On single moms trying to figure it all out with a preteen, it's a lot. If you know, you know.
And then with all of Kanye's issues, it looks like the kids still prefer to be around him than Kim. Kim literally admitted that North throws a tantrum every time she comes back after visiting Kanye. And apparently what North likes about Kanye is that he's actually present with his kids when they're around instead of relying on nannies and chefs.
North, she'll go to her dad. She'll be like, Dad is the best. He has it all figured out. He doesn't have a nanny. He doesn't have a chef. He doesn't have security. He lives in an apartment. And she'll start crying. Why don't you have an apartment? I can't believe we don't have an apartment.
They do that at Scott's too. Like, Dad has the best house. Your house sucks. He has the best house. It's not super big. The vibe's better. I feel like everything falls on the parent that's like more involved.
Yeah, but like, we make our own food. That's amazing that you make ramen, you know? Like, great.
It's fantastic that you make ramen, but that was a backhanded remark. Kim's obvious jealousy was evident. She is unable of comprehending that children would rather eat homemade ramen than a chef-prepared dish. Additionally, Kim's public declaration that Kanye lacks security came seen as quite deliberate and dubious. Initially, I don't even think that's accurate. However, why would you bring this up when discussing your child and their father? I'm not sure about you, but at times it seems like Kim is bitter because her children make her think too much of Kanye. The majority of her children are exact replicas of Kanye in terms of appearance and demeanor. Kim most likely desired a girly kid who would follow in her footsteps and be a miniature version of herself. Kim used to be a miniature version of Paris Hilton or Blue Ivy, much as Beyoncé is doing in the entertainment business. Additionally, Kim's children, particularly North, are literally a little version of her father, Kanye, which appears to be quite upsetting to Kim. Chicago does appear like a girly girl these days. Nevertheless, Kim's interactions with her are quite uncomfortable. Additionally, Chicago never seems to be interested in Kim and doesn't even want to look her in the eye.
So we used an alias
to bid on the Bible so that my name wouldn't be traced back to it.
So my daddy gave this book to his best friend to give him some motivation from Jesus. Motivation is when you help to like inspire someone to like do positive things. Like I can motivate you and say, everything's gonna be okay. You're so smart. You've got this, right? That's motivation.
Chicago's obviously so little and she doesn't really understand what this means or really what this even is, but I still wanted to share this moment with her.
This does not imply, however, that Chicago does not like spending time with Kim. With all the cameras in her face, she's probably just uncomfortable. However, that is a different matter. Why push her kid to participate in a reality show if Kim can see that she doesn't love it? She is obviously not pressuring the guys because they extremely seldom show up. I'm not sure why, but everything about Kim seems so phony and forced these days. Not that it wasn't phony in the past, but I believe it's becoming clear that being famous for being famous is not a long-term sustainable brand. Additionally, it was incredible to witness Kim's entire ascent and down in real time because, in the past, for about 10 years in a row, she was essentially the primary figure on the internet.
I don't have tattoos anywhere.
No. Honey, would you put a bumper sticker on a Bentley?
Now, this was back when Instagram was still adorable. No one understood the difference between a filter and real life, and everyone was enthralled with the Kardashians' entire wealthy yet relatable ploy. People genuinely believed that contouring would transform their lives.
Getting ready, I play up the eyes. My favorite part. You can have like no makeup on and you just put on like little liner, a little mascara, and blush. I'm a blush girl.
However, the atmosphere is quite different now. The magic caused many to awaken. The pandemic struck. While Kim was out here taking drone photos of her estate and whining about being trapped in this massive house with her children, everyone else was broke and depressed. The Kardashians peddled this flawless, effortless beauty for years while acting as though their faces were factory-made, and that's when the facade truly began to fall apart. In the meantime, Gen Z began disparaging anyone who lied about editing, surgery, filters, or anything else. They began calling out BS in real time and demanded complete transparency. Furthermore, let's face it, every time Kim appears, it's connected to some problem. The drama of old Kanye, Diddy parties, the destruction of classic clothes, and the Balenciaga tale are all strange. Additionally, her companies aren't providing what they should. Nothing seems new, and she now needs to use these awkward publicity stunts to promote her business.
Kay is freeing the bush. The Skims founder launched a new thong with faux pubic hair. Per the Skims website, they're a mix of curly and straight faux hair in 12 different shade variations.
Oh, and do you recall the time she attempted to sell you that $48 face stocking?
We are going to offer amazing face shapewear.
Kim Kardashian's Skims debuting its first ever shapewear offering for faces. The brand dropped its latest export July 29th, with Instagram pics seeing models showing off the seamless sculpt face wrap, detailing its quote, signature sculpting fabric and infused with collagen yarns. As the company's co-founder fawned over the new Skims product on her Instagram story.
And it's just this like amazing jaw support. You can see it just snatches your little chinny chin with the jaw, and it's super comfortable.
In the meantime, Kim is being outsold by influencers with whole marketing teams who have a couch and a ring light. Without her, the culture has progressed. Kim was just left behind. She didn't crash. When aspirational imagination was revered on the internet, her thing worked. However, people today desire authenticity. Instead of the edited version, they prefer the messy, uncut film. She simply isn't able to provide that. And this is what happens when celebrity culture transforms. It is no longer 2016. Celebrities are not looked up to by the public. The entertainment business as a whole is being viewed from the sidelines. The internet was once run by the Kardashians. These days, Hulu's background characters are attempting to persuade us that they're still that girl.